how long it takes for notifications to go out. Let's see. All right. Yay, did it go out that fast? Hey, I am shocked. I am shocked. Color me shocked that the notifications went out so fast. Or, if it didn't, it's just because y'all are on top of it and knew that I was going live today. So hi Venus, hello Desiree Cavanaugh and Ashley Ritchie, Marissa M, Heather Marie, hello all of y'all, Seraphine and Allie and Elizabeth Me, hello. Awesome. Oh, thank you. Yeah, this color blue, I have several of these little things. These are like cheapy little, I mean, it's not cheap, it's like $50, but as far as like having a decent blazer goes, you know, if you get like a nice Banana Republic, J. Crew, you know, and Taylor or some kind of blazer from a place like that, you're going to be paying a lot more than $50 for it. But I found on Amazon these little $50 blazers that are cut well for petite people. Like the shoulders, seams are cut well for petite frame. The sleeves are not too long for short people and stuff like that. And so whenever I found one that was relatively inexpensive, you know, comparatively, and fit right, and I like velvet because several reasons. I don't know. I like velvet. I found it and I was like, you know what? I'm going to be one of those buy several in different colors type of people. So that's what I did. So I wore a purple one of these on a recent video, one of my recent videos, like either the last one or the one before that. I wore a purple one. Now I got a blue one on. And I also have a hot pink one. So sometimes you just go with that. I'm wearing a pajama shirt under this, so I was just like, let me try to dress up the pajama shirt. Especially because this is like an oatmeal colored pajama shirt, and watch if I take the darkness and the depth and the color away. Like I need depth and I need color. Watch what happens if I get rid of depth and color. I have no depth, I have no color. Suddenly, I am no longer alive. Look at my face. I am no longer alive. Add depth and color back. I am alive. Oh man, I have to say it over and over today to try to convince myself that I am indeed alive, because today is taking names and kicking ass. Natcat180, hello. C. Stratford, hi, yay. I'm glad that y'all are here. Let's see. Yeah, J. Crew has some really good ones. I just tend to not be able to afford those quite as often, although I do have like one of my favorite blazers. I do have one blazer from J. Crew, and it is one of my favorite blazers. So if I could buy from there most of the time, I definitely would. I agree. They have some of the best. This is just a little $50 Amazon find because it was more affordable and it seemed to fit me, you know, decently well. But I do prefer the J. Crew ones. I agree. They're divine. Ashley Ritchie, the trick is thrift shops in the fancy places, but it's annoying that you have to take your time and look. Yeah, and also, and maybe I'm just being a little bit of a negative Nancy right now, but I don't know where there are any fancy places near me. Like where I live, first of all, as a reminder, I live in South Carolina. Second of all, There's really only one fancy place in South Carolina, in my opinion, and that is Charleston, South Carolina, because there is old money and a lot of it in Charleston. And so if there was going to be a good thrift find, maybe it would be there, but that's a 2-hour drive. So one way. So that's a good idea, though. One day, I wonder, I would look there. Let's see. Venus is like, I'm one of those people too. I really am. Like, I love clothes. I love outfit stuff. I love doing that stuff. I get really nerdy and into the weeds about it. But I'm someone that when I find an outfit formula that works on me, then I want that formula in basically every color. So I can just plug and chug, man. Plug and chug. And, look good and be easy. Not saying that I look good today. I threw this on over a pajama top to try to fake a look good today. I'm aware I look like cold, dried ass today. It's all right. We all have those days. Emily Voldock, hello. Yes, I'm glad you made it too. Ashley says the one on James Island in Mount Pleasant is good. Used to live downtown Charleston above the Publix. Nice. Okay. So not only giving good ideas about thrift shops, but specifically one's 2 hours away from me, like quasi in my area. Yeah. See, I figured that's funny that you're saying that, because I was like, out of all the areas in South Carolina that I could think of that might have nice thrift shops or nice finds at thrift shops, maybe the Charleston area. And then you happen to be able to confirm that. I love that. Trisha Marie, hello. 420, hello. Happy to have y'all here. Stephen Brown, hello. Oh, thank you. You said, hey, B, I really admire your honesty and ability to put any personal bias aside in your readings. I do try. There have been a few readings, I hasn't been many, maybe 2 or 3 that I can remember in the last 4 years or so on the channel where I was like, okay, disclaimer. I have a hard opinion about this, and my hope is that it's not going to come out in the reading. But just so you know, here is my hard opinion, XYZ. So now let's do the reading, and hopefully it won't come out in the reading, and hopefully I can try to stay as neutral and unbiased as possible. So I have had that happen a couple of times here on the channel. But I do try to stay neutral. Like I've said before, nobody can be completely without bias, but we can aim for neutrality. And you just gotta get into that headspace before you read. Sometimes easier said than done. Ashley's like, dang, that's so far. I didn't know you were putting the sticks like that. Girl, I was raised in the sticks. Absolutely, I was raised in the sticks. I was raised in an area where, growing up, it took 25 minutes to get to a grocery store. It took 25 minutes to get to a post office. It took an hour on the bus to get to school in the mornings and to get home after school. So I did a whole day's school, but I was on the bus at 5:30 a.m. and I didn't get off the bus until 4:30 p.m. every day for school. So, yeah, sticks, definitely was in the sticks. Obviously, since I have grown up, that was in my childhood. I'm damn near 40 now, so obviously things have grown up a bit since then, and you know, it's not that far of a drive to get to those places anymore, but yeah. Growing up, I was definitely in the sticks. Oh, NatCat180, pardon the Canadianness, the sticks are just like, you know, out in BFE, bumfuck nowhere kind of thing. Like, you're just out in the woods, out in the sticks, out in the boonies, you know, out in the hills, being a redneck, stuff like that. Those kinds of, that type of thing is out in the sticks. Sorry. I forget what does and doesn't translate to our neighbors to the north and the south, and to folks like over in the UK who have fairly similar, day-to-day lives as us over here in the States, but some things are not said the same. Yeah, out in the boonies. Yeah, Corey H. Yep. Oh, and hello, Corey H. Welcome. And welcome, Cindy Mamos. Yay. Goodness. Lord help. This might be a brief live stream today. I know I say that almost every time, even the times that last for 2 hours. So I don't know. I have no great accounting for time, but it really might be a fast one today because I am a bit zapped. I'll try to keep this brief. Long story short, Teddy's eyeball ruptured. So, it's been a week already. And there's been a lot of panic, anxiety, and finances involved in this week. And I'm exhausted. And yeah, he is okay right now. He is okay. He goes in for surgery on Friday, right after Thanksgiving. But he is stable right now. And so that's good. That makes me happy. He's stable. He's okay. He is not in pain right now. He is going in for surgery on Friday. Things are getting worked out. But it's going to be a mess for a minute. Fortunately, I have an ass of B-rolls saved up because I'm one of those pet parents that's like, oh, look at them fucking around. Let me film it. Let me film what they're fucking around. And I film them all the time. And so I have tons and tons of B-rolls backlogged on my computer, tons of B-rolls backlogged on my phone, on my little tablet thing or whatever it is. So there will be plenty of B-rolls for videos to come of him in his usual state while he heals up from what he's going through right now. But yeah, it's been a week. So anywho, let's see. Sarah with an H, hello and welcome. Yay, let's see. Oh, and Ashley says, gotta take my Shih Tzu Salem to the vet, and Teddy's a Shih Tzu too. Bad allergies and got an infection. Very common. Teddy's got allergies too. It's just kind of a breed issue, and he's had allergies since he was a little puppy. He tends to get ear infections with the allergies, and he tends to, chew and lick and stuff a lot. He's on medication for it. He gets that once a month Cytopoint injection right now, and it does help him. So far, that's the best we've found. We've tried a lot of, ways that are medication. We've tried, the shampoos. We've tried the air purifiers. We've tried the food. We've tried a lot of different things, but it seems that it's kind of seasonal. And there's a lot of just factors that you can't control for environmentally. So, Izzy's also got allergies, my little girl Chihuahua, but she's got hers under control too. So, Thank y'all for the wishes and prayers for Teddy. Yes, pray for Teddy for his little surgery on Friday. His surgery will be an eye graft surgery. So they will take skin from in there and they will graft it onto his rupture. So, and he's got a good prognosis for it. It was just scary leading up to all this, and it's going to be expensive. And so we will figure it out. And Corey said, I watched that last B-roll twice, LL doggy yoga. Yeah, the crazies. I was like, okay, yoga mats are not for dick licks. That's what we need to put out here. Stop, Scooter, control yourself, son. What's funny about all that is Scooter is my oldest boy. He will be 13 this month. Teddy's birthday was this month too. Teddy turned 3 years old on the 1st. And Scooter's birthday is in 4 days, and he will be 13 in 4 days. And he used to be the boy that was more like calm. I don't really want to play a lot. I just want to cuddle in blankies, things like that. But when he started to have a seizure disorder, which he got as a result of a vaccine injury, we had to start putting him on seizure powder to control his seizures, and it controls them very well. It's done a very good job to help with that. But a weird side effect of the seizure powder that Scooter's on is, instead of him being like a calm, cuddly boy, which he is a lot of the time still, he now gets weird, like wild horny streaks and stuff like that, even as a 13-year-old. And he'll like grab Izzy and do like a 4-second pump and then jump off of her, and we're like, Scooter did his 4-second thing again. You know, nothing happens. He doesn't do anything with himself or her. He just like pumps her for 4 seconds or whatever, and then like he just has to constantly lick everyone's dick, and things like that. He's just hypersexualized now, where he didn't used to be before. So something about the seizure powder has really got his mojo going. And yeah, he's fixed, Ashley. All of mine were fixed when they were babies. So I don't know. It literally changed when he started the seizure powder after he started having seizures. And he wasn't like that while he was having seizures before we found a seizure powder that was helpful for him. So we can literally say it is that. It is that stuff that caused this in him. And so he's just become a weird pervert. And he just does a series of inappropriate things with his family now. And I don't know what to do about it, but he'll be 13 in 4 days. And, you know, he seems to be a happy, healthy boy. And so if he's just a bit of a creeper now, then we'll just deal with that as a family. So that's Scooter. But yeah, we had 3 birthday boys this month technically, because Teddy was on the 1st, Scooter is in 4 days, and Julio's birthday was on the 21st. So yep, all 3 of the guys there had birthdays this month. Oh goodness. Let's see, where did my chat go? I don't know if I said hello to Allie, so hello to you. Hello. Performing Normality, hello. Welcome, Susie Q926, hello, and welcome. Goodness. Oh, goodness. Sarah with an H. He's excitable. Yeah, suddenly now he is. I'm like, okay. My goodness. I mean, like I said, he never, like, actually does anything, like, takes any serious action around it. He just, you know, does these little weird spry moments where I'm like, get off of her, or quit sniffing her toot, or, you know, quit licking his dick, or, you know, stuff like that. I'm like, Scooter, the pervert, like, come on with the perv. Don't be a perv. So, but yes, so my senior citizen is a perv. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so because today will have to be a bit swift, because I'm just drained to the max with all the things. A couple of things that I did want to cover together is, one, of course, I want to do the usual award 5 new people a 1-month free channel membership. So I want to do that today as well. We've been doing that. Want to be able to do that today. So as always, make sure you're opted in case you haven't opted in already, because I will do that later. But another thing is, I also wanted to kind of get the pulse on some upcoming future readings. So I have lists. I have bukus of lists. So technically I have, plenty of considerations lists of things to pull from, but I always still like to check in because sometimes people put things on the list, but then something comes up that feels more of a priority to people or things like that. And so I like to always make sure that I adapt to those kinds of things. So if anybody has any thoughts about what to prioritize in the next few readings, then let me know. Technically, since today is the 26th, the next reading probably will be the December 2024 predictions video because that's 4 days away. In 5 days, we're going to be in December. I don't know how, but in 5 days, we're going to be in December. So it's likely that will be the next video because, in terms of prioritization, we want to make sure we get the December predictions up and out no later than December 1st. That's what we usually like to do. But outside of that, I'm always writing down my lists and things. I still have my lists from the last ones that people were wanting that are kind of people looking forward to these, but not feeling as pressed for time on them. A full reading on Princess Kate and a full reading on Gypsy Rose. Those seem to be like things folks were interested in, but were like, it's okay if they have to take a backseat to some current event that is like unfolding and we really need to, get some insights around it. So I know some of these that I have written down can kind of take a little bit of a backseat if they need to, but just curious on that. And also, another thing, as y'all are thinking of some ideas, if you have ideas, you don't have to stress yourself out to think of something if you really don't have an idea. I'm just putting it out there in case there are people that did want something to be noted. I wanted to be able to take that here. And even folks who are going to end up watching this as the replay crowd, I also want to hear your input if you have it. If you don't have it, don't stress yourself out about it. But if you do have it, I'm all ears. I'm literally all ears. Look at this shit. They just stick straight out to the side. Thanks to my dad. His ears were like that too. I might can find a picture of how, like, for real, his ears were like that too. It's the same. But that, and I also had some news that I was going to share with y'all in a second. Now I'm trying to find and see if I have a picture on my phone that's easy to find of that, about the ear thing, just randomly. If I can't find one fast, then it's okay. I will abandon ship on this and I won't make y'all wait for forever. I just want to see if I happen to maybe have one on hand. But let's see. I see that y'all are typing some things, so good. It might take a second for it to show up in a way that I can see it, so I will give it that time while y'all are looking. And I may have deleted the one that I'm thinking about from my phone. I might just have it somewhere else on a computer or something like that. That's okay. Not a biggie. All right, let's see. What have y'all written? First of all, hello, Real Wendy Sales 225. Awesome. Glad that you're here. Yay. Let's see. Where am I? Okay, sorry, the chat keeps jumping. I know, I'm catching up. So, let's see. Yeah, Allie's like, this week has been a crazy one, but I guess it's a reminder of how close it is to December. Yeah, it's weird. It's like some months really do drag on for 8 years, and some months it's like you blink, you just now register that month is upon us, and it's about to end. It's like, what the hell happened? Joycey, hello. And Shield Maiden's Mystical Tarot Readings, hello! I'm so glad that y'all are here. Let's see. Yeah. People are worried about some things going on in the world with the things that Ashley Ritchie's saying. Sarah Within H is saying that, you've got some vibes that President Biden is doing things based on the system being the system. I think that's an incredibly relevant thing to say, yeah. And NetCat180 is like, I still remember the many times you read in the cards that 2024 was going to be a big year. It's been the longest 5 years ever. I agree with you, NetCat180. It really has been. Like, what the hell, man? It's this 1 year has been 5 years in one. I'm tired of it. I think we're all tired of it. I think we are. And yes, Shield Maiden's Mystical Tarot readings. She said, I just discovered you today. Well, I'm so glad that you discovered me. I'm happy that you're here. And you're a new subscriber. Welcome. Very happy to have you. Very blessed that you're here with us today. And wow, to become a subscriber today and be on a live stream today all at the same time, you're 2 for 2. That's pretty cool. Very awesome, very awesome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see. I am trying to find, I know it doesn't matter, but like when you have something in your mind and then you're like, I need to show this, and it's just stuck in your mind and it's just going to bother you until you do find it. So I doubt this is going to show here. I might have to pull up the other camera, but I'm going to try. Let's see if I can get it to... There, me as a kid, my daddy as a kid. I wonder where the ears that stick straight out to the damn side came from. Yeah. Thanks, Daddy, for giving me these handlebar ears. Heavens to Betsy's. It's funny. There, I feel better. The itch has been scratched. I was able to get to that. Delinia, hello. I'm glad you're able to be here. And you're feeling like hopeful that things will get better, that some things kind of have to fall apart and rebuild a stronger foundation. Sometimes that does happen, yeah. Let's see. CC Create, hello. Brilliant. Okay. Here's what's funny. I know I'm all over the place today. First of all, I probably am normally all over the place, but second of all, like I said, my mind is all scattered because I'm so exhausted from how this week has already played out, especially with Teddy and things like that. But what I was saying, I was like, I have to tell y'all that I'm going to do the, gift 5 people 1 month free membership of the Perk Squad. That's going to happen here in this live stream. And then I was like, I also am wanting, if anybody has any insights of, some pressing readings coming up, I'll take those and add them to my consideration list. That was the second thing, even if the next video will probably be the December 2024 predictions video. And then I was like, and there's another thing. And then I never got back around to the other thing. CC Create, without meaning to, you just reminded me of what the other thing is. So CC Create's question was, will you be doing another collaboration with your sister? Those were fun. So my sister hasn't been around on this for 3 years or something. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since she's been MIA. But she did say that she was open to doing a Perk Squad video with me in the near future. She said she didn't want to do a main channel video just yet because she is not really wanting to be super public facing just yet. She's wanting to dip her toes back in the water and see how she feels about doing a video, and she figured if she did one on the Perk Squad, then, there'd be less eyes on it. It would be kind of, a little less pressure to her, in her opinion. So she was saying that she's open to doing a Perk Squad extended video with me in the near future. So at some point that will be coming up. I can't say when, because she's the one calling the shots on this, and it's based on how she feels. So if she's feeling good, maybe it'll happen sooner than later. If she's feeling overwhelmed by life in general, she might be like, I might wait a little bit longer on that. But this is the first little bit of movement forward that I've heard from her in the last 3 years. So it's not nothing. It's a little something. So just putting it out there that there may be a upcoming twin Vigio with Alma on the Perk Squad in the reasonably near future. Hope so. We'll see. No promises, but we'll see. Let's see. So good question. Good question. Man, let's see. GLM867, hello, and thank you for being here today, and love you back. Big hugs to you. Felicia Rose, hello. And Trisha Marie, hello. Let's see. So a question that you have, is Earth a prison? I heard it's a place where peeps or beings go to be reincarnated to learn a lesson. Well, let me write that on the list. I'm like, let me write it directly in my phone instead of writing it down on a piece of paper and then later transferring it to my phone. Maybe that would work. Maybe that would be a good idea. Sometimes I just have to make fun of myself. Sometimes I just have to wonder about myself. Yeah, so, just wondering about, is Earth basically a reincarnation prison? So, yeah. Okay. It's a good question. I think any of these questions are good questions because, this is all a mystery. Being here is a bit of a mystery. So, yeah. Man. Let's see. Performing normality was like, yeah, the Kate Middleton reading. Yep. That's on my sticky notes. That's on here. So that one will be here. I've got it on my desk. I've got that one coming up. Got to get through this December 2024 predictions video, and hopefully nothing huge pops off so that I can do some of these other readings that aren't like quite as pressing. It seems like anymore every time I go to do a reading other than the monthly predictions readings, something comes up that's like, pew really need to cover this. This is coming up, red flag, and then we end up having to read it, and I'm like, dang, we're not able to do kind of the less emergency type readings because there's been so many emergencies recently. Noomski, hello. Thank you for joining. Psychological conditions. That one would be an interesting one, although I would hesitate to do it because since I am a licensed professional in mental health, I don't know if whatever I would read on it and say about it, if some frisky person out there might want to take that and use that against me and my license. That would be a problem. So that's why I tend to steer away sometimes from content heavy on that, because there's just some really gross people out there that like to do really harmful things to people for no good reason. And so I'm not sure. Kitty and Lou, hello. Happy holidays to y'all too. Yes. Oh, man. Let's see. Penelope's eyes looking wonky today. They really are. What's going on, girl? Hey. That's a little bit better. Do we... Kinda. I don't know if I'm making it better or worse. She's just having a moment. I'm having a moment today too. She's having a moment as well. I guess this goes to show that sometimes we're allowed to have a moment. Oh man. Lord, too much eggnog. Yeah, Penelope, come on. Get it together. If you need to be professional. Don't show up to work drunk. Oh man. Liam Payne's death? Don't want it to be disrespectful and no pressure, of course. Oh, is that the One Direction guy? I feel like I recognize his name from that, maybe. I heard sad stuff. I mean, I didn't hear much. I heard there were drugs involved, and there was also a huge fall, like 3 stories or something involved. If that's the person you're talking of, then that's all I've heard about it. So, which, maybe that's an okay way to be, if that's all I, heard about it. Because, again, I tend to do readings cold or lukewarm, and that tends to be a good sweet spot. So, I'll think about that. Yeah, when it comes to things like recent deaths, that's one of those that I teeter on the fence about as well. I have done readings on recent deaths, so I can consider that. Yeah. Let's see. All right. I like all the talk in the comments, coming up with some theories and things about our existence. I love this existential stuff up in here. Fascinating. Yeah, Delinea about humans being connected to the moon and planets and things like that. A lot of astrologers, that's the source of astrology, saying, yeah, the full moon affects us. Things like this affects us in those ways. Even people who aren't into astrology, there might be like nurses in hospitals that say, yeah, we see particularly interesting things around full moons or stuff like that. So anecdotally, we hear a lot of things like that. It makes you wonder. I like these questions. I like these ideas. Kathleen Olson, hello. Hello to you. And Alexa Reitz, hello to you. Yay. I keep drinking my water. Sorry, I need to hydrate. All right. Shield Maiden's mystical tarot readings, like, now she looks wrecked. Penelope, I tried to do right by you, honey. It's not always easy. You don't really help yourself sometimes, girly. You don't really help yourself sometimes. And yes, happy Thanksgiving to everyone who celebrates it here in the States. I know Canada already celebrated theirs. One too many mimosas at brunch. Exactly. Alexa says hydrate or dehydrate. It's like, yes. If you don't hydrate, you're going to get dehydrated, and you definitely don't want that. Oh, man. So, yep. Happiness, hello. Oh, what a lovely name. It's cool that you could get that screen name. Elizabeth Me says, teachers always know when it's a full moon, so see, there must be going on. Must be some stuff going on. Man. Yeah, so it looks like there's some touch button stuff that, some people would be curious about. Other people would be like, I don't know if we should go there. Fair enough. Good to have the discourse to kind of talk it over and see how we feel about it. Fair. Ashley Ritchie says, when my husband was a kid, he went to Christian school and they put Google Eyes on all the pictures. So whenever I see those, I think of that. They were banned from the school/church. Oh my gosh. The thing was, that's kind of funny now in retrospect. Yesterday, when I had to drive several hours to like an emergency eye specialist for Teddy, they have googly eyes on everything as well. And I was laughing because I was thinking about Penelope, but then I was also laughing because I was like, well, it's a specialty eye clinic for animals. So as a specialty eye clinic, of course, you're going to want to put googly eyes on everything. So on all the little night lights and air fresheners, they have little Google eyes. On all the big doors, like literal exam room doors, they had huge Google eyes, like 2 huge Google eyes, bigger than my hands on the exam doors and stuff like that. Like they had them all over the place. I was like, leave it up to an eye place to have Google eyes on everything. And then reminding me of Penelope here. They were all just regular black and white ones. They didn't have snazzy colors like Penelope does. So, goodness. Let's see. Yeah, people saying, that there's different things kind of going on around the Liam Payne situation, and that it might be better to ask something a little more broad, like, does he need justice? Is there something that happened that he needs justice for, or something like that, as a way to, I guess, tread carefully and try to be respectful and things like that. Because, yeah, it's a little bit of a hard line, and people draw their line in the sand in different places. And so, it's tricky. C. Roberts, hello. A reading on the Roanoke colony? I haven't heard of that. But interesting question. Have I thought about doing true crime readings? I've done several true crime readings, but I don't tend to do true crime readings on like something like as if I'm trying to solve an active investigation or something like that. I've told people on live streams and videos before that there's been times I've seen people do that, and they say things like, "Oh, this missing person is deceased," and then people take that and stop looking for them, and then it comes out later they were never deceased after all, and people had stopped looking for them. So that gave me the ick so bad that I tend to do true crime on things that don't feel like that. So I do true crime things on ongoing court cases and trials, or like on murder investigations or things like that, but don't usually do true crime things as in trying to solve things or as in trying to locate a missing person, because of my freak out and worries about that. Saw that when I was younger and I was like, oh God, and it freaked me out. Laura Luke, hello. Oh, asking if Teddy is okay. Teddy's eye ruptured. So we have surgery Friday, and it's been a week. So I may not be on here for quite as long as usual because I am exhausted in all the different levels, physically, emotionally, psychological, all the things. But he's stable right now. He's not in pain right now. And we are figuring out how to do what we got to do for surgery. So, yeah. Let's see. And yeah, kind of with Numsky saying like beyond just the Diddy thing alone, which we've done a couple readings on here, just seeing the broader context of how that's going to affect Hollywood, in the coming year based on that. So I need to start writing more of these down. I've come up with several of these. I need to start writing more of these down because these are good ones. So yeah. What happened in... Yeah. So, yeah, all of this kind of, these, like, y'all come up with good questions, like getting into some things that are, I like how your brains work, is what I'm trying to say here. So very good questions. Thank y'all. I'm writing these down here. And yeah, people are like, the one with the colony is strange because it's like they disappeared, like they were pilgrims that disappeared. So yeah, I didn't write that one down, and I saw both of y'all had suggested that. So I'll write that down. Yeah, these are good questions. Kitty and Lou, the story. You're funny. Your friend sounds like she's interesting and zesty, and we got to give creativity points for that. We do. And happiness is, you have good questions as well. If, are you convinced that there's an afterlife? For me, I am. Personally, if we're asking me specifically, if we're asking other people, then they can weigh in. For me, I am. And then you had also asked another question. I think I missed it. What are you thankful for now that Thanksgiving is near? A lot of things. Mostly in just right now, because of the kind of immediacy of things that have been happening in my life, I am thankful for my husband and sister with all the stuff that's going on with Teddy, to try to get that figured out and the support that we need for that. So just that's the immediate thing on my mind. There's plenty of things, like if I were to write out a gratitude list, of course we can keep on churning them out, and that's a good idea to do, is for us to focus on gratitude wherever we can. Certainly not like in a toxic positivity way, but as in acknowledge those types of things. So yes, there's more beyond that, but just to give you something, to answer your question quickly, that's something that's been on the forefront of my mind here recently with the things that's been going on. So yeah. Natcat180B, will your January 2025 predictions include the yearly predictions, or will they be two separate videos? They will be two separate videos. What I did, I was going to say last year, but technically this year of 2024, what I think I did is I did a January predictions video. And then I think I did a worldwide 2025 predictions video and a United States specific, 2024. You know what I'm saying? You get it. Get here with the year. So I did a January specific one. Then I did a full year entire world and full year United States specific. So I think I did 3 separate videos this year in 2024. And I reckon I plan to do that again next year. So that was by request. And so that's my plan. Yeah, I haven't done a pick a card reading in a long time. I have that written down. I just hadn't done it in a while. I think because since I do rarely do that, when I do it, the people who watch, who are very used to pick a card readings, don't like how I do it. Because they're like, this isn't how you're supposed to do these. Because I don't know if I break protocol from how people do pick a card readings or whatever. It's not my usual jam. And so I think it just made those people mad by doing it a different way or something like that. I did it wrong or whatever. And so it didn't go well when I did one recently, or when I did the last one. So I haven't had one recently. But that's the explanation on that. Elisa, hello. And Horse and Men, hello. Yeah, so for him, in terms of why did, so Horse and Man asked, is that his breed? Why do ruptures happen? Can it be prevented? I did not go over that already. That's a great question. So we can't find out an exact cause. We haven't found an exact way that he got injured or anything like that. The best that they can come up with is that is one of two things. They have 2 theories that they floated around as what could have happened. One, they said that they notice for him, and that this isn't all little furry dogs, but some little furry dogs have distichia, which is basically like on the underside of your little waterline up here, that they have eyelashes growing in on the underside of it, and that those eyelashes, every time you're blinking, is scraping against your eye and kind of wearing it down over time and causing damage, which can make it so I guess sensitive that it can be easy to rupture over something small. And so they said they do see that he has the distichia, or I don't know how to pronounce it, apologize, that he does have those little ingrown eyelash hairs, and they are going to remove those and freeze the hair follicles to kill the hair follicles during his surgery on Friday, so that those will never be a problem again. They think that could have been a part of it, because we didn't have any big accident that we're aware of, and it's not like we don't watch the babies. I mean, as y'all see, they're pretty rotten and, you know, have a pretty good life. So that's one theory. Another theory is because he does have puppy allergies, even if we give him allergy meds and he's on a monthly Cytopoint allergy injection through his vet, still sometimes he can get little puppy ear infections because of it being like an allergic reaction to environmental things that we can't control for. And they're thinking it's possible he could have been scratching his ear and scratched his eye, like clawed open his eyeball or something, that he could have done it while he was scratching his ear. So that is something that they tossed around as a possibility too. So we're not entirely clear how he did this or how it happened, but we're just trying to fix it as best as we can. So it's just been stress and panic. Stress and panic, and also being like, how are we going to pay for this? And this is just how things go. But yeah, so we're going to do the surgery. That's going to be a skin graft on Friday, and going to get rid of those little ingrown internal eyelashes that could be a potential irritant, and hoping that that can help. And we're going to continue to try to control his allergies in case any scratching could have been the cause as well. So I'm going to try all those things, and anything else that comes up we may try as well. Yo Shine, hello. Hey, let's see. All right, I think I missed myself in the chat. I have to catch up. Hell, where am I? All right, I'm finding. Okay, I found where I was, so that'll help tell me where I am. Okay. So people are answering the question about their thoughts on the afterlife. Wonderful. Weighing in there, adding to the discourse there. Oh, thank you. Happiness says that I have pretty skin and asking me for my skincare tips. I do a lot of things with skincare, and yet not a lot of things with skincare because I have highly reactive, sensitive skin. So it very, very few products it will allow me to use. It gets very angry very fast if I overdo it, use too many products, or mess with it too much. And there's only very few products that my skin won't react negatively to. So it's kind of a nuisance. But mostly, I guess if I had to kind of try to boil things down, all the miscellaneous things down to kind of a little bite-sized type of thing that I would say is I wear quite a lot of sunscreen every single day. I don't care if it's a rainy day, overcast day, and I'm only going to be in the house. Still, I wear sunscreen, and I don't just wear like, oh, let me put a pump in my hand to do, like I do the scientifically proven way of you have to have basically a quarter of a teaspoon, which ends up being more like 4 or 5 pumps. So it's a lot of sunscreen, like so 4 or 5 pumps on my face and neck every single day, rain or shine, even if I am never going to leave the house. And then I also use a micronized form of tretinoin, so basically like a Retin-A, but Retin-A micro type of thing. And I use that like, a couple times a week or so at night. So I'm trying to work, myself up on a low dose of it frequently. But again, my skin is so sensitive that it doesn't really let me do much of that. So... But that is something that I do use at night and try to, trying to kind of get that to a clinically efficacious level. I think that I'm probably just below clinically efficacious right now in terms of how much I'm able to use that, because my skin just gets so irritated so easily, even with the micronized form. But using that in the evenings as often as my skin will tolerate it, which is not frequently, but those are the two main things: that sunscreen in the morning, a micronized tretinoin at night. Yeah. There's other things here and there that probably help a little bit, but I think that those are probably the two power hitters for if my skin looks okay, then I would assume that those would be why. Let's see. But thank you. Let's see. Yeah, Shield Maiden's Mystical Tarot reading says, I'm from the UK and I'm feeling exhausted on what's been going on with Trump and MAGA and his court cases. It's exhausting to me, so God only knows how you guys must be feeling. Also exhausted. Yes. Yes. We agree. Vicky Palmer, hello, hello. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And yeah, floppy ears get infected easier. You're right, Ashley Ritchie. And yep, he's got long floppy ears. My little chihuahuas, their ears stay up like this. And so they've been lucky to not have very many ear infections in their lives. But yeah, he does. He does. Ayana95, hello, hello. Yes. Oh, goodness. And yeah, I agree, Ashley Ritchie, about, there's great tips from Korean beauty and Korean skincare. My skin, again, just won't tolerate much changes or much stuff. So I have not found products yet from there that my skin will tolerate, because, literally sometimes, some days, I'm not kidding, I'm not exaggerating, some days I will take a shower and I will get out of the shower and have a rash from water. And we don't have like, oh, you've got hard water and and how? Not really. Not over here in the boonies. Not really. It's, it's fine. I don't have pristine, purely wonderful, filtered, exceptional shower heads or something like that. But like, my skin will literally react to water sometimes. I'm just a very, very sensitive person. I'm sensitive inside and out. I'm sensitive enough that it gives me the gift of being able to do readings for people. But then I'm sensitive enough that sometimes my skin is like, hey, bitch, I want to be allergic to water today. And I'm like, stop. So, like, things like that happen. Whenever doctors put me on medication, they have to put me on the same dosage that they would give my chihuahuas, because that's how much my body can tolerate, and that will be an effective dose for me. I will receive the same benefit from a chihuahua amount of medication as they would. And if you give me more than that, my body reacts as if you've OD'd me or something. I take chihuahua amounts of stuff. I take children's amounts of stuff whenever doctors prescribe things for me. I'm just super sensitive in every way. So hooray that it helps me do readings and stuff like that, but it makes everything else harder. I will tell you that. Ah, man. Goodness. Chica, hello. Yeah. Teddy is got beginning stages of congenital glaucoma in both of his eyes too. He's only 3. He just turned 3 on November 1st. And he has beginning stages of congenital glaucoma too. So yeah, I'm telling you. Man. Let's see. Where did my chat go? Oh, Patty, hello. I remember before you said don't try to pronounce your last name, so I'm not going to try to pronounce it because I know I'll say it wrong, and I don't want to do that to you. But hello, Patty, and thank you for being here. Let's see. Yeah, so other sensitive folks in the chat as well. I feel you. Michelle Bienerman, hello. And Elisa, hello. Yes. All right, y'all. I've been chatting for a long time, and I probably need to start to wind things down today, but I want to do the giveaway thing for the 5 free Perk Squad memberships. So I don't want to forget that. I want to make sure I do that. So again, it's just every live stream, we go live twice a month, and every live stream in that time, YouTube allows me to press a button for 5 people to be gifted with channel memberships, and they're gifted to be a member of the Perk Squad for an entire month for free. So I don't know why YouTube has been allowing that, but I'm glad that they do. And when I click the button, all I do is I click gift 5 now, and YouTube chooses who the 5 people are. So I don't know who they're going to choose, but I just hope everybody has opted in. There's a little process to opt in. You just, if you haven't yet, then you go to the join button, and you click the little gift settings and the 3 dots at the top that says more, and you make sure you toggle your switch on so that you can enable yourself to be gifted. So I do want to make sure I do that today too. So I had several little updates I wanted to share, which I made sure I did. I almost forgot, but CC Create was able to remind me of one of them. And it was funny, they didn't even know I was going to say that. So I love that. That was a nice little psychic moment on their part. So that was cool. So got that. And I love that we've had really good conversations here in the chat today, and some very good suggestions that I've put down in my phone for some upcoming visuals. The December 2024 readings being the next one on the docket. But I'm giving everybody a chance to make sure, if you haven't opted in yet, that you can. And of course, for anybody that doesn't get chosen this time, I'm hoping to continue doing this every time. So hopefully, people can get chosen in the future too. So let's see. Felicia Rose is ready. You're like, yeah, let's go. Good luck to the winners. I love the enthusiasm here. C. Roberts is like, good luck, everyone. Okay, so everybody's saying good luck. All right, I'm going to click it. So clicking gift 5 now. Let's see who YouTube chooses to be our 1-month winners. So, okay, SJ Holistic Harmony. And then For My Sunshines, Blake Tisdale, KR, and Desiree Cavanaugh. Congratulations. All 5 of you have been gifted by YouTube for a month to the Perk Squad for free. So yay. That means you get to have all of the different perks. You get to see the weekly forecast. You get to have a Penelope by your name. You get to have the special channel emojis. You get to have all of the extended videos that I've ever done. So there's probably over 100 by now. And all the posts I've ever done over there. And, all the other things that come up. If I ever upload a video early for y'all that kind of comes live for everyone else later, then y'all get an early release sometimes. So, yeah. Various different perks to the Perk Squad. And congratulations to all of y'all. So yay, I'm so glad. I'm so glad that was able to work out again today. And again, like I said, I'm going to do it every time. And just so people will know, when is the next time that we'll be live? The next time we are scheduled to go live, another Friday the 13th. There's been a lot of Friday the 13th here lately. But in December, Friday the 13th at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So today we started at 5 p.m. Eastern. Then we're going to start at 2 p.m. Eastern. So you might have to do some kind of calculations for your time zone to figure out when that'll be. But the next live stream, December 13th, 2 p.m. Eastern. So a Friday the 13th, we will meet together. We might do, since it'll be a Friday the 13th, it might be fun to do more little mini Spooktober reads kind of things, like what we were doing for Spooktober, and we were doing those little spooky mini reads. It might be fun to do a little mini read like that on Friday the 13th. I'm probably not going to remember that, so I'm probably going to need y'all to remember that if it's something that y'all want and think would be cool. So I can try to write it down, but Just because I wrote it down doesn't necessarily mean I will remember, but I'm writing it down anyway, just in case. And we'll see if my brain and my phone can work together for me. We'll see. But yes. And yeah, Sarah with an H is like, it's also a good way to see if joining the Perk Squad is worth it to you. Because there might be some people that are like, oh my gosh, this is so worth it. And some people might be like, not for me, it isn't. And fair enough, So it's a way to see that. Then I think that makes a good point. Oh, you'll be in Egypt? Shield Maidens, Mystical Tarot Readings? Okay, you'll be in a far better place than we will. So bring us along with you in spirit so that we can live vicariously through you on that trip. That sounds awesome. Ah, man. And yeah, C. Roberts is like, that tracks. It's a scary time we live in. I know, right? Good Lord. Desiree's like, what? Yay! So yes. Awesome, y'all. I'm so glad for all of the winners. Congratulations to y'all. Enjoy your month free. However you want to do in the Perk Squad, you got a month to play around with it. And thank y'all for putting up with me today when I've been a bit lower energy than usual. And I'm a bit tired, a bit drained, and I look like shit run over 4 times. I look like my computer mouse is honestly what I look like. Seriously, hold on. Twins. Total twins. I look like my computer mouse today. That's not a compliment. Twins. These have gray wavy chips. I don't have gray wavy chips, so it's already better than me. This bitch is better than I am. Gray wavy chips. I mean, come on. So thanks for putting up with me with all of this. Crystal Erlandson, hello. I know we're about to end, but I'm so glad that you made it, and I was able to at least give you a little bit of a shout out. I don't know if that matters to you or not. Some people are like, yay, a shout out. Some people are like, don't say my name. Don't tell anybody I was here, but thank you for coming. The replay crowd will have all of this to catch up. So yes, if anybody wants to be part of the replay crowd to catch all of it, it'll be there shortly. And thank y'all for being here today. And like I said, putting up with me while I have less energy than usual. And we didn't get to a mini read today, but we've got great ideas for upcoming videos. We've got 5 days or less for a December predictions video to come out. So that'll be coming up. And yeah, I guess we'll be trekking on it together, and we'll see if any current events come up that we end up having to do some more emergency reads on, because you never know with the state of the world if that might happen. So anywho, y'all, thanks for being here, and thanks for coming in, Seraphine and Valerie Nelson as well. And I'm glad that y'all are here. Big hugs to everybody. We will go live again on Friday, the 13th in December at 2 p.m. Eastern. And also remember, there's going to be another giveaway for free 15-minute readings on the December 2024 predictions video coming up. Thanks to Elle. She was gifting us through the holiday season. So that will be our last one where we'll choose 3 winners. So you'll want to enter to win that one as well when that one comes out. So, like a true Southerner, it takes me 10-15 minutes to say goodbye. I think I've been saying goodbye for 10 to 15 minutes, so it is time to say that I love y'all, mean it. And don't be a stranger, come back and see me, and I will talk at you better. I love you, mean it. Baby kisses.